Calculus, are you ready to learn some more shortcut rules? I'm ready to teach them to you. So this, again, super exciting. Love the shortcuts, right? This section deals with some of those transcendental functions like cosine and sine, natural log, and then the natural exponential function. Truthfully, the derivative of e to the x is probably my favorite derivative ever. You'll see why when we get there, I think. So let's start out with sine and cosine. You know we work with sine and cosine a lot, so we have to be able to differentiate it. And here we have our derivatives of sine and cosine. Sorry about that, it was supposed to disappear. Derivative of sine is cosine. Weird. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. Don't forget that negative. Derivative of cosine, negative sine. Right, easy rules. We do combine those with the rules that we talked about in the last video, and so make sure you just keep all of those in mind as well. So if we differentiate 3 cosine x, we have a constant multiple as well as a derivative of cosine. So that derivative of cosine is negative sine. We multiply it by the 3, we get y prime equals negative 3 sine x. Okay. Negative 3 sine x is that derivative. Moving across to f of x, f prime, try it out. Negative 2 minus derivative of sine is cosine x. All right, because really there's that negative 1 multiplier in front. This y equals sine x over 2. Now it's not x over 2, it's the entire sine x over 2. So if you're going to differentiate this one, you should be thinking like 1/2 times the sine of x. That's how you want to think about that one. So dy dx for a little notation flavor there. Derivative of sine is cosine, multiplied by 1/2 cosine x. How you feel about those? Pretty good? Try out g of x, find g prime over there. Pause the video and check out your answer. Okay, you're back. Did you get 6x squared minus 2 sine x? Derivative of cosine is negative sine, so that changes into a negative 2 sine x. Did you get it? Great job. Okay. How about a new derivative rule, like the derivative of the natural log function, so that ln, the natural log of x. Let's see what that's all about. I don't know why it's not showing up. The derivative of natural log of x is 1 over x. You just can't really see it in there. Derivative of natural log of x is 1 over x. And of course, there's a domain restriction on the natural log that x has to be greater than or equal to, or greater than 0. So that domain restriction is still there. Okay, derivative of natural log is 1 over x. So again, combine that with all the other rules we've already learned, and let's differentiate. H prime of t is going to be 6x plus 2 over x. Constant multiple of 2, derivative of natural log is 1 over x. Perfect. Next one, find the derivative. Okay, 24x cubed. Derivative of cosine, remember, was negative sine, so plus 3 sine x minus 4 over x, our new rule on this slide. Did you get those? Perfect. Okay, and now, as promised, my favorite derivative, the derivative of the natural exponential function. So e to the x is what we're talking about here. The derivative of e to the x is, you can ignore what this says right there, we're not there yet. Derivative of e to the x is, check that out, e to the x. This function is so cool, it is its own derivative. That's just amazing to me. I don't know. Differentiate 3e to the t. Again, all rules still apply. So s prime of t, constant times derivative, which is itself, so 3e to the t. Weird. Okay, differentiate f of x, one last problem for this video, and then you can get to work on your assignment because you'll have all the fun in the world. 2x, derivative of sine, yep, cosine. Derivative of 3 ln x is 3 over x, and the derivative of 7e to the x is 7e to the x because it's the coolest function ever. Okay, I hope you feel pretty good about those.